tech and food's my life. Check out my new FML apron. Isn't it awesome? My best friend and her gorgeous daughter had this apron made for me and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Kylie and Erin. I absolutely love it. You know what else I love? Chocolate brownies. And I've got an awesome recipe for you coming right up. So there are two great things about my chocolate brownie recipe that I'm doing today. The first thing is it's simple. It's an easy melt and mix recipe. Anyone can do it. The second thing is it's gluten-free. It's flourless. I'm using almond meal so all my gluten-free friends can enjoy this recipe. And the other thing is I have to watch what kind of chocolate I use. Most chocolate you find on the shelf in your grocery store is full of gluten. So the one that I do like to use is the Whittaker's brand. This dark Ghana 72% cocoa Whittaker's chocolate is the only chocolate I can find that doesn't actually contain gluten in the list of ingredients. It does have a warning that it may contain traces of, so if you're really gluten-free sensitive, then perhaps you need to buy a specialty gluten-free chocolate. But if you're not that sensitive and you can get away with it, this is the best chocolate to use. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is we have to melt 125 grams of chocolate and 125 grams of butter over a simmering pot of water. I'll go to the stove and do that now. Okay, so my chocolate and my butter has melted nicely now, and all I have left to do is add all the other ingredients. It's so simple. Alright, so the first thing I've got is 110 grams of almond meal. Now, almond meal can be quite heavy, so I always sift my almond meal before I use it in any recipe, just to kind of aerate it a little bit. So 110 grams go in. Then to this I'm going to add 1.5 cups of white sugar. Then I'm going to add 3 eggs that I have lightly whisked. And finally, all good recipes have a bit of vanilla extract. So I'm going to pop 1 teaspoon in here. Right, so I've given that a good mix. It's all come together. Now finally, I'm just going to add a pinch of salt. And I have here 1/4 cup of cocoa. So I like to use the Dutch dark cocoa powder. And we're done. How easy was that? What a great recipe. Now, even though I'm not celiac myself, I do generally try and eat a gluten-free diet. Not around Christmas and New Year, I've been really naughty lately, but generally I try and eat a predominantly gluten-free diet. And that's because I do genuinely feel better for it. So this is always my go-to recipe when I want some chocolate brownies. I can come home in the afternoon, have a cup of coffee, have 3 pieces, and I don't feel guilty about it. So this is why you really should have this recipe in your collection. Now I'm ready to go. I've got a 20 by 20 square cake tin that I've lined. I'm just going to pour this batter in and we're going to bake it in a 160-degree oven for about 35 minutes. Or once you insert a skewer, you pull it out and there are only a few moist crumbs left hanging on that skewer. Then you know it's ready. Oh, look at that, perfect. This batter is super glossy and it's going to be so chewy and chocolatey. I can't wait. I've got a friend coming tomorrow and she's gluten-free, so I knew I had to make a batch of these brownies for her. Let's pop that in the oven. Well, it's the evening now. It's been a long day and my brownies have had enough time to completely cool. So now it's time to cut. I'll show you how this turns out. And I'll just show you quickly what it looks like. You can see it's got that lovely flaky appearance on top, which is what you want when you're making brownies. Oh, yum! So as you can see, well, I'm not sure if you can see, but let me just take my word for it. In here, that brownie is really yummy and fudgy and moist, and I just had a little bit off the knife and it is really chocolatey. You're gonna love this recipe. So now it's your turn. Why don't you have a go at making these awesome flourless chocolate brownies? If you want the recipe, don't forget to check out the description box below. I have links to my website where all my recipes are free. Don't forget to like and share my videos, or please subscribe. I'll see you next time.